What? If you want to laugh, we've got plenty of Long Island comedians. Rodney Dangerfield's from Babylon, Billy Crystal from Long Beach, Jerry Seinfeld from Massapequa.
I mean, Rosie O'Donnell, and we go on and on. Some of the greatest comedians of all time are from here on Long Island. And Elisa DiStefano takes us inside an all-new comedy radio show where it's all about the funny business.
It is really amazing looking at this wall how many of our great comics started here on Long Island.
Yeah, it's, you know, it goes back to the early 80s when you had Eddie Murphy, who started out here at Richie Menavini's club, which was East Side Comedy. And then the next generation of people were Rosie O'Donnell, Adam Ferrara, Kevin James. And if you come down here, he had a busboy at East Side whose name was Judd Apatow, who is another Long Island guy who came out of the Long Island comedy system.
And many still come back home to Long Island to perform.
I have the greatest comedians in the world coming through, but the only time that the audience could interact with them was through the stage.
Until now, Mark Lund created GovsRadio, located inside of Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. His show is hosted by longtime comedian John Mulrooney, who's joined by local comics every morning.
We're on the radio, but we're in comedy. This is comics. This is comics on the radio. It sounds a little different, feels a little different. You get more what we like to call LPMs, laughs per minute.
People are listening to this show all over the world.
Yes, which was out of control for us. We couldn't believe it.
But it's still a very local Long Island show. They
Yes.
talk about Long Island all morning.
And you never know who's going to stop by or call in.
I'm from Roosevelt, man.
Roosevelt, okay.
I was known as Omar.
Charlie Murphy, knocking him out.
But one thing's for sure.
I just know that people are listening and they're laughing.
In Levittown, Elisa DiStefano, News 12 Long Island.
$125 haircut.
All right, if you want to listen to Govs Radio, download the iHeartRadio app and then search for Govs Radio, or you could just go to news12.com and then click onto numbers and links.
And you can pick up a copy of today's Newsday, and they've got, it's on the front cover, and they've got Jackie the Joke Man on the inside. Howard Stern, I mean, they can, you know, they include him among the comedians. His boy Gary, you know, Gary Delabate, who they now call Delabate. I mean, all that. A bunch of great Long Island brains.
Very funny man. Not so funny.